cetaceans, right? Orcas love to play, and they play with their food. It's gruesome to watch, but dolphins will do the same thing. They are intelligent. They love to play with any kind of toy. In fact, we used to have lots of toys for our dolphins to keep them engaged. And I remember one time, dolphin was playing with one of the beach balls we had was floating on the surface, and they had separate places they can go away from the aquarium to free to go in and out, but they can go separate, but no other organisms can go in to be by themselves and have their own place. And that's where we kept a lot of their toys. And he popped his beach ball, and we didn't have any more to give him. And he pouted in the corner for a good day and a half. Behaved very much like a 3-year-old who broke his bike and wanted his bike. Very much like that. So they, because they're intelligent, they love to play. But don't let intelligence make you think they're like us. Again, they don't have a moral compass. They don't have souls. They don't know what's right and wrong. You know, that orca is flipping that, whatever it's catching and playing with it. Sometimes they may not even want to eat it because it's fun. It's not thinking this would be wrong. This is probably not good for the population of sharks I'm doing this to, or of felines I'm doing this to. They'll just play because they can, and it entertains them. And they need that entertainment for the capacity of their brain, but they don't have that, what separates us from the animals, that human soul, that idea of what's right and what's wrong, to gauge what they're doing. So, yeah, you're going to see orcas do that, and that's just the natural way that they were made. And orcas, I believe, are much more intelligent than what we would call dolphins and porpoises. Dolphins and porpoises are very intelligent, but orcas are even more so, which makes them unpredictable, can make them a little more aggressive. When you see performing dolphins and porpoises and orcas, most of them are female. And that's because, as a rule, the females tend to be a little more compliant and a little more predictable. The males tend to be a little more aggressive and unpredictable. And so for performance situations, most times we will use females. Now, when you see them perform, what they're doing is not a performance. They're doing something called a behavior. It's a natural thing that these guys will do in the ocean, whether it's breaching or waving their flippers or lifting their tail flukes out of the water and flapping them. Those are things that they normally do in
Yeah, but not Wendy's. They have terrible tea. Sure, that would be great. Thank you.
the ocean as part of their group behaviors. And so trainers will help them learn to cue those specific behaviors, and then they'll orchestrate those behaviors to a story. And so when you go to a performance where a dolphin is doing something cute, and it's like, oh, save the bad guy, and when, their maiden is saved, or get the bad guy, whatever it is, you see the trainers doing their little ta-da and ta-da. Those ta-das are actual directions for the dolphins to go here, go there. Let me wave. They'll wave to the audience. They're saying to the dolphin, wave to the audience. And so there's visual cues that the animals are seeing. And when they see the trainer do that, then that is their cue. Okay, I'm going to, put my tail fluke out of the water, and I'll get a fish. And so that's kind of how that works, because they're so intelligent. Trainers and dolphins have a well-developed relationship. So in an aquarium environment, when you have, whether it's for research or whether it's for performance, you have only a couple of trainers that bond with each individual animal, because they create a mental bond, a relationship, in the same way that if you're training a dog, you're going to train your dog for performance, and you spend hours with this dog. He knows you, you know him, and let's say you get sick in it's performance time, and some person off the street comes in and trains and wants to take the place. That dog's not going to bond with them really quickly, right? Same idea. So Dolphins and trainers have a very close relationship, and only a couple of them will work together because of the way that works. And so it's a unique environment. Now, dolphin performance and dolphin training, when it comes to research or any other performing thing, that is done by people who are not marine biologists usually. Those are students who study psychology. So if you're interested in dolphin training, psychology is the way to go with that kind of a major, because you want to know how animals behave, what a behavior is, how to train, and so it's a completely different, it's not really focusing as much on the biology of the organism or even the lifestyle of the organism, more just the behavior of the organism. And so people who work with mammals for training purposes usually go into a field of psychology, animal behavior, something like that, for training. Okay. Let's see, my favorite marine animal to work with. I don't know.